Ward. They'll flip the puck into the Broncos zone and give chase. Penalty behind the play. And the whistle sounds, and I think the Hurricanes are going to go to the power play. And now Dawson Gerwing comes in, pulling a China shot, throws the gloves, and is hammering away on Landon Ward. And now Ward trying to come over top. Ward's been pinned to the glass by the linesman. Gerwing still throwing body shots, and that wasn't really a fair fight, if you will. And we'll see what comes of that, because Dawson Gerwing didn't like the hit that Landon Ward threw on his teammate, which was well behind the play, or well behind the whistle, I should say. The whistle was at the far end of the ice on a delayed penalty, and Gerwing came in from about 45 feet and dropped the gloves and went at Landon Ward.
Landon didn't have a whole lot of time there to kind of get himself ready, prepared to drop the gloves. Like you said, it kind of a little bit behind the whistle, but like still he's making a play. I think that's a clean hit. That's a good hit by Landon. He's doing his job. He's a bigger guy. He creates a little bit of, energy that way for his team,
So we'll see if anything comes for Gerwing out of this.
Fluker sent that one wide with 3, down to 2, penalty coming up. It's touched up by Fluker, and time expires. And now we'll get some action in front of the benches. We'll get a little wrestling here as well, as Davis takes his man down to the ice, and the linesmen have to jump in and separate a couple. Parr and Dimitrov have to be separated too. We'll have penalties on the clock when they put 20 up there to start period 2. Crampton and Davis doing battle just off the center circle as time expires here in the first. Josh Albinati, Derek Hatch, and the linesmen will have a little bit to sort out as the teams separate and head for their dressing rooms. We've played 20.
They counted as a shot on goal as this one's dumped back in by Christensen. Play stopped after the fact. Now Christensen getting into it with a little bit here with Ben Binder-Nord playing his first game in the WHL. He's got his helmet up. Rob Mann, voice of the Brandon Wheat Kings, said he might want to fight in his first game, and well, he's picking a heck of an opponent if they are going to drop the gloves, but the officials don't look like they're going to let him on this one.
No, the officials are definitely in the middle of these two, but it was a late hit right at the end of this play, and that's what draws the extra attention by Justice Christensen, but Binder-Nord is definitely not backing off as well, so probably going to be offsetting minors, I'm going to guess, on this particular play at the end. So we're probably going to see some 4-on-4 action.
For a minute and 18, but we'll see if that's the case. I did see a late whistle from the official.
It's chipped ahead, Simon Loveson, he can really skate. Loveson gets to it in, he'll draw a penalty, and we might see a penalty shot here, will we? No, well, we got Coots getting the gloves up here with one of the Blazers in the corner, and that's Bourgeois. And we'll see if anything will be evened up after. That's a set play to Simon Loveson. He skates really well. They're trying to find him in space. But the initial penalty was going to the Blazers. Was it Kochi trying to get position? I think it was. Yeah, Kochi just got that arm, that glove around Loveson's midsection. Kochi to the bench, or to the penalty box. Also going is Orange Strome, and there should be a Thunderbird here as well. So the first time tonight we have special teams, and for the Blazers, it's
3 assist period for Braden Edwards. He picks up the second helper on the Marcus goal, and we've got a scrap on the far side. It's Leo Brea throwing, and he gets an early takedown in the scrap for Leo Brea, his first Western Hockey League fight. Not the usual candidate to drop the mitts, but he did there with Kurt Rooks.
Yeah, didn't really see what happened there on the end board. A little bit of a spirited fight there. I like it from Leo. Good for him.
I was talking with the assistant coach of the Hurricanes, Ryan Aisman, this week during practice, and talking about Leo Brea and what he brings. And if you go back to last Friday in the home opener, early in the game, Brea had a great look in the high slot, probably in the first 5 minutes, and he shot the puck wide. And On Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, after practice, Breyer was taking shots from that same spot, and Ryan Aidsman went up to him and had the discussion of why, and Leo basically said, I missed it on Friday, I'm not going to miss it again the rest of the season. It's basically the work ethic level.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's what you want out of your guys, you know, the work ethic, the competitiveness, right? That kind of shows you a little bit of Leo there. You know, it shows a little bit of that, how much he wants it, and he's going to stand up for his teammates a little bit.
On that hit, and then gets the gloves up with them. They're tied up. Well, they're going to go here. Sullivan and Boucher. Didn't have this on the bingo card. Sullivan, the 18-year-old against Boucher, the 20-year-old, and they're wrestling it tight. The linesmen step in. Oh, they're going to keep it going. No, linesman will get in there now. So Max Sullivan didn't have that one scheduled tonight, but Owen Boucher, the 20-year-old defenseman, will sit down along with Sullivan. I don't think there will be any extra minor penalties with this one. Looked like it was agreed upon equally, if you will. And we'll likely here stay 5-on-5.
Bifo in front for Zimmer. It's loose and covered by Ravensburg. Thorpe going right at, I believe that was Volkfest who just dropped the gloves and started throwing haymakers at Thorpe. What are we going to get called here?
Well, you don't often see that guy right there on your screen if you're watching at home, Tyler Thorpe, be stood up the way he was going in along the boards on that right side. There's a big hit. But where does that puck end up? On Bifo stick in front of the net. Again, just a great job, the Prince George Cougars, of defending around their net. That's been impressive. He tries to go, no, that was Zimmer, I'm sorry. Yeah. And the puck does stay out, and all kinds of traffic around that net, a lot of pushing, shoving. It looked like Thorpe had been cut on that hit. There was a little, sometimes your visor will catch you in the nose, but that was a big hit, and that puck did end up in front of the net. Like I said, it's not often you see him take a hit.
No.
Like that.
Well, in Montreal, when he was at the rookie tournament, actually, he did get cut. So that may have been his.
Crocker drops it back. Oiring tried to go to the return feed, and he gets absolutely steamrolled by Caleb Hadland, and Crocker's going to make sure he pays for that one. Oh, big shot there from Crocker right away. They've got the gloves dropped, and Hadland's already got his helmet off. Crocker, though, he's probably eating the majority of the shots, but there's a couple quality ones. Crocker with a big couple of rights. Hadland trying to feed him back the other way, and they both go down. Both guys got a couple shots in there. Hadland finished with a hard uppercut, but Crocker really nailed him with a couple of hard right hooks.
Yeah, Crocker took a hard one right at the tail end of this one, but there is no doubt Niall Crocker went to the aid of his centerman as he got bowled over there down in that Brandon Wheat King zone. He was just coming out of the corner, and Caleb Hadland just stepped right into him, knocks him down, and Niall Crocker called him on. That's back-to-back game.
Lafreniere driving wide, got around one. Lafreniere, sharp angle shot, stop, rebound, and it's covered up. And we got Holberton. Whoa, Holberton's going to have a go here with Kelly. Holberton started quick, bit of a false start. Now they tie up. And Holberton goes to a knee. Kelly tries to land one of the linesmen here, not letting much of this go. They get in right away. Holberton, a little bit of a false start, started throwing the knuckles a little early with Josh Kelly.
Marcus to it. Miguel Marcus in front. Edwards a chance. Stopped by Dick. And he'll cover for a whistle. Good look there for the Hurricanes. Some pushing and shoving, but back-to-back goals by Luke Misselbacher has Swift Current in front 3-1 with 10:14 to go in the second period. And we'll see if anything comes out of this scrum. We'll take a break, come back. This is String 'em Along, Hurricanes Hockey on 106.7 Rock.
And a strong block out for Andreessen. Richot pinballs around. McHaggerty with a chance. That one a quick scramble in front of the net. Never really gets started. Weinstein and McIsaac double teaming one of the Wild players who got a little too close. Parr knocks McHaggerty's helmet off. These teams dancing early on with 12:51 left in period number one. And Ashton Brown still having to be separated from Will McIsaac. And I think they're both going to head off to the penalty boxes here. Brown off to the Marston & Marston Wild penalty box. And off to the other side, Will McIsaac.
In his own zone. We're going to have a scrap at center. It's going to be Sawyer Dingman and Trey Johnson. Dingman, the bigger of the two. Johnson gets a right. Dingman shielding with his long reach. Johnson away. Now over top. Both of them connect. Left jabs by Johnson. Some rights over top. Another right by Dingman. Left jab by Dingman. Johnson back over top with rights. Dingman will grapple, and the linesman will finally step in. And you thought maybe something like that might come. And Trey Johnson gets the crowd going as he heads off.
Then he tried to get a shot. Then he did. Another one, a weak one, though, this time. And a save made by Micknick, and he's going to hang on. Flare up now. Reshny and Calhoun. Fulstrom loses his helmet as he is being talked to and harassed by Reggie Newman. Maybe some penalties on the play, maybe offsetting. Does Reggie Newman get the only penalty?